Well, after the embarrassing defeat to Barcelona 5-0, my players had to refund for every travelling supporter. It cost them 70,000. Serves them right, that's what I say. Welcome back to the Gobby Gaffer. It is part 6 and I'm managing Atletico Madrid over in Spain. And yes, that Barcelona humiliating result was not great, and my players had to refund for every single travelling supporter. And well, it was a shambles, absolute shambles. Before we get into things though, I have made one observation. I think I'm here to be corrected, but I don't think in La Liga you get any money, prize money, for positions in the league. So like, for instance, in the Bundesliga, if you finish 4th, you get something like 74 million. I don't think that happens in La Liga. So consequently, where does the money come from? Okay, bums on seats, fine. That keeps us ticking over. Other than that, I don't really know. So it's not surprising Barcelona and Real Madrid do so well in this league, because they have lots of really big sponsorship money coming in. For the likes of Atletico Madrid, if we don't get in the Champions League, we basically have very little money coming in. Excess money, let's put it that way. We tick over, but that's about all. So we just had a January transfer window, and I basically had to buy on a shoestring, really. And unfortunately, most of the players that I bought don't come in until July. Yep, I've had to go for out-of-contract players, but I've had to buy them 6 months before. So we're not going to see any of the players that I bought. Well, apart from my goalkeeper. Yes, the big news. I've changed my goalkeeper. Okay, I have played a lot of games. I'm not going to read them all out for you. I'll just scroll down there. We have turned it round a little bit. The new tactic and formation does seem to be bedding in now and does seem to be working. My goalkeeper did get slightly better, but I think that's only because we kept the ball away from him. So he has conceded goals, but not as many as he was doing. Obviously, we've gone to just a flat back 4 now, and that seems to suit us a lot better. We get forward, as you can see there, Levante, Villarreal, PAOK, Getafe, Salamanca. We're actually banging the goals in. Keep the ball away from the goalkeeper. That was the message in the dressing room. Couple of draws there. Real Madrid being the notable one. I feared another Barcelona hammering. We were at home, but we did get a 1-1 draw out of it, and I was chuffed to bits with that. The next game, however, 1-1 draw at Bilbao, not great. But then we went on a little bit of a winning run, I should say, and the Europa League going very, very well. We had a weird loss at Espanyol in there, away from home, 1-0 loss. But then we did bounce back. So we are through now to the Europa League round of 16. Obviously, the teams who finished 9th to 24th, they have to play off now to get into the round of 16. And it's always worth getting in that top 8 because you avoid that. We don't know who we're playing yet. There are some very good teams in there, so I don't know. Today we're going to see the Spanish Cup 4th round against Real Hispales, and then we've got a home game in La Liga against Granada. Let's have a quick look at how the leagues are going. In fact, I could have done it the other way, couldn't I, really? Competitions. Yeah, so in the Europa League, we did finish in 3rd place. 8 games played, 21 points. In La Liga itself, we are very near. Well, we're 19 points behind Real Madrid. Yeah, just the 19. We're in 3rd place, but Celta Vigo, whatever we do, Celta Vigo do. It's, if we win, they win. If we lose, they lose. it's nip and tuck, 45 points each, 22 games played, and I can't seem to break that cycle at all. But yeah, we're doing okay. Third place, I would take third place now, to be quite honest. Although we are only 1 point behind Barcelona. But when you remember, they absolutely smashed us. Okay, let's get into the transfers. Not an awful lot to show, if I'm honest. I probably need to get my big head out of the way. Let me just get my big head out of the way. So the headline news was that Sebastian Perez, our attacking midfielder come winger, Manchester United came in for him, 40 million, and well, we took that. And Samuel Lino has gone to Tottenham for up to 45 million. So some nice money coming in there. And to be honest, for a team like Atletico Madrid, I mean, if you're not Barcelona and Real Madrid in this league, then money's quite hard to come by. So selling players is a great way of doing that. And of course, if you can bring players through the youth team, or you can buy players end of contract and then sell them on for money, then that's a way of generating dosh. Obviously, if we can get in the Champions League next season, but then you do need to win games. You need to get that 2.4 million for winning games. And of course, that's not easy either. Okay, I've brought a new goalkeeper in, Elia Capriel, and he is a 29-year-old Italian. He looks very, very good. My confidence has been completely bashed by buying that goalkeeper on £300,000 a week, and he looks a very good goalkeeper. But I always, because I spend a lot of time in the transfer market, and 2 or 3 cups of coffee through a day, believe me, it takes me a long time. And to get the right players, my confidence is completely shot now. I literally have no confidence that the players I'm signing are going to be any good now after that goalkeeper, because he looked a very good goalkeeper. I've signed goalkeepers with those kind of attributes before, and they've been very, very good. I don't know what happened. I literally have. The only answer to it I've got is that Football Manager has royally screwed me. It's basically made me pay £300,000 a week. It's 10% of our wage bill, our whole wage bill. 10% to one player, a goalkeeper. They made me pay it, and now he's going to have to play in the reserves because he's literally useless. And this controller's not doing that. There's no buttons I can press to make that any different or better. Okay, I mean, Elia Capriel, will he do a job? Like I say, confidence totally shot now. I literally have no idea. And we have to go into transfer negotiations to find the rest of my signings. So as you can see in here, I've signed quite a few players that join on the 1st of July. We may as well run through them now. I've bought a wing, and of course this is one of the other problems, because I've changed my tactic and formation. I'm now having to buy players that fit into that tactic and formation. Victor Christiansen, 28-year-old left-sided wing-back. So we've got some very, very good experience coming in with him, but he doesn't land until July. I have got a bid in for Max Johnson. The transfer window is now closed. He is meant to come in straight away. Whether I'll either not get him or he'll come in July, I don't know. But you can see the pattern here. I've signed a left wing back. I'm signing a right wing back, or at least I'm trying to do. Aster Vranks, I think he's called. 28-year-old central midfield player. Again, loads of experience in these lads. But as you can see here, his contract ends on the 30th of June 2031, and therein lies the problem. I'm having to do that because I just don't have the money to spend, and trying to buy out of contract players in January, there are players around, but they're all a waste of time, so you just can't do it. Another lad here, 26-year-old central midfield player, and Balal El Kanous. Once again, looks to have loads of experience. His positioning's not great. We'll have to see. Like I say, my confidence has been completely bashed by that goalkeeper I signed, Ramaj. I literally have never made that kind of mistake before in Football Manager. I don't think I have, but completely bashed. I literally have no idea whether any of these players are going to be any good. Lee Middleton, another striker, 23-year-old English lad. Once again, he looks okay. I mean, I'm not quite sure what his history is. He was at PSV. Leicester, 35 appearances, 12 goals, 4 assists, 6.8. PSV, 17 appearances, 4 goals, 2 assists, 6.83. I don't know. I literally have no idea. But none of them are coming in. We'll have a look at them again when the new season starts. Whether we'll get Max Johnson, I don't know. And this illustrates the problem that I've got. We've got a bank balance of 4 million. That's all. That will disappear quite quickly. I've moved all of my transfer budget into wage budget because if this is the way that Spanish football works, having a big transfer budget is not that useful really. So having a wage budget where I can bring loan players in or players who are out of contract, I think is much more useful. Because if I transfer all my wage budget into transfer budget, I'm probably going to end up with about 25 million. That buys you nothing in La Liga. So I'm having to think on my feet. I'm having to use all of my knowledge in the transfer market and be very canny about it. Whether it'll work or not, I don't know. Okay, a couple of home games now. We have a Real Hispales in the Spanish Cup 4th round. Of course, a good cup run might bring a little bit of money in, but it's not going to be immense really. So, okay, you know, it would be nice to progress and get that little bit of money in. It's better to have a little than nothing at all. And then we've got a home game against Granada. Let's get stuck in. Okay, so this is the tactic and formation that we're using. It's a very boring 4-2-3-1. Trying to be adventurous in Football Manager at the moment. Football Manager does not like it. So we're going with a 4-2-3-1. We have a brand new goalkeeper and hopefully he can... Well, I don't know. Capriel is in goal anyway. The back four is Cucurella, Garcia, Christensen and Gran. The two holding players are Vermeeren and Franco. And my thought process on this is Vermeeren is not a defensive midfield player. He's a playmaker. But he can mark and tackle 14 and 13. So he can get his foot in. But when he gets his foot in, he can actually pass it 15, vision 18. So he's not really a defensive midfield player, Vermeeren. But I'm playing him in that position, and I hope you see my logic in that. Okay, all of my strikers are on the pitch now. We've got Alvarez playing on the left-hand side. We've got Kiliksoy playing on the right-hand side as a right winger, and Amordion is the forward. Bergvall is going to play the playmaker just behind. But we've got 3 strikers on the pitch now, and I don't know whether it's the best way to play any of them, really. But I've got to cut my cloth. I've basically got to play They can play in those positions. Alvarez can play left and Kiliksoy can play right. But surely with 3 strikers on the pitch, we can score a lot of goals and hopefully keep the ball away from the goalkeeper. This Atletico Madrid save and goalkeepers, it's like oil and water. I really don't know. Okay, so Real Hispales get the first chance at trying to get a goal. There's only 3 minutes on the clock, and the ball is in the back of the net already. Close range shot there. So we are losing 1-0 already. The crowd is absolutely awful today. Let's just have a look at this, see what my goalkeeper does. Are we going to get a chance to see what the goalkeeper does? I mean, he makes an effort, he dives that way. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what's going on. We are going to have to go attacking, aren't we, in this game now to try and get something out of it. We've done absolutely nothing yet. No shots. We've got our first one on the 16th minute. We've got 3 strikers on the pitch. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Alvarez plays it to Bergvall. He's going to hit that. And that sails over the top of the bar. Cucurella now. Ball into the box. The ball's in the back of the net. Amordion, 21st goal of the season from Cucurella's corner. And that's very, very nice indeed. Alvarez is also chipping in with quite a few goals. Kiliksoy, I've not played him an awful lot, but he's a very, very good player. And generally, when I play him, he scores a goal. But out wide right, I'm not quite sure. But we'll have to see anyway. It is 1-1. Okay, urging the lads forward now to try and get that second goal. But we're looking a very, very tired outfit. And in Football Manager, when you've got, well, quite a few tired players on the pitch, you never do well. And we have got a lot of tired players on the pitch. The Europa League has been really, really sapping for us. I mean, I suppose I should make some, do a bit of rotation, but to be quite honest, in this new formation, I don't really have the players to do it. This was all set up to play with wide midfielders. Alvarez, I was trying to be fun and interesting and entertaining. Football Manager, however, had other ideas. The goalkeeping situation, I'm having nightmares about it. £300,000 a week to a goalkeeper who literally does not know what to do with his hands and arms. Anyway, we do go in at half time. We are winning 2-1 now, but I've had to go very attacking, and I'm screaming my lungs out here on the touchline, trying to get a tune out of this team. But as you can see there, very, very tired. We shouldn't be this tired at half time. Okay, we are going to say we please. I mean, it may be that I am going to have to make some changes, Going to have to make some changes here. Okay, a couple of changes there. It's going to make us a bit lopsided now, but Alvarez, I don't want him to pick up an injury. Benitez has replaced Bergvall, and Barrios has come on into central midfield. Hopefully stiffen us up a little bit, but we are a bit lopsided. But to be fair, Vermeeren and Gran could both do with replacing. Even Amordion is not looking very good, is it? Okay, we have dropped now to a positive mentality. There's no point in going gung-ho with it when we're looking a very tired outfit. I've been given a penalty. Okay. I mean, Vermeeren can take it if he wants. Okay. An infringement in the penalty area there. Somebody must have been leaning on one of my strikers or something. Vermeeren, can he score this? Yes, he can. The keeper goes the right way, but he squeezes it inside that post. And it is 3-1, and this is a little bit more like it now. But we do need to keep the ball away from our goalkeeper. I know it's a different goalkeeper, but I feel like there's some kind of hoodoo magic going on here with Atletico Madrid and goalkeepers. There's something very, very strange happening. I'm not quite sure what it is. Just the solution to it, obviously, keep the ball away from my goalkeeper. Doesn't really matter who's in goal. Ooh, and their keeper makes a terrific save. And basically, that is exactly what a goalkeeper's meant to do. The ball's fired at him. He uses his hands. He uses his arms. He's in the right position. And he's very instinctive and bashes it away. That's what they're meant to do. I don't think we've seen one of those saves from Ramaj all the time he's been here. Okay, two more changes. Herrera and Stahl have come on. If I've not set a 2 or 3 days rest after this game, I need to do it at the end of the game because my players are looking absolutely shattered. One more substitution left, but we are winning 3-1. Can we hold out? Tired legs. It's a bit of a nightmare. Well, we seem to have killed the game off, which is fine by me. And as soon as I say that and I come back, we do get a highlight. And the ball is a little bit too near our goal for my liking. Amordion has had to go off, however. Very, very tired. So we're defending for our lives really now. I mean, 3-1, it should be very, very comfortable. And Kiliksoy there wins the ball, hoofs it up the wing. Just get it. That's the message. Get it as far away from my goalkeeper as possible. And we do run out 3-1 winners. The conversion rate wasn't great. I think we finished on 20 shots, 6 on target, so not ideal. But I am going to give them a delighted. These lads there, they were running through the pain barrier for me. And you can't be disappointed with that. So we do move into the next round now of the Spanish Cup, and both Barcelona and Real Madrid both won. Very easy wins for them. So we've just played Real Hispales there on the 5th of February in the Spanish Cup 4th round, and it would appear that the Spanish Cup quarter-final is to be played on the 8th of February. So scratch that, we ain't playing a league game against Granada. We're going away to Vallecano. I know I've not gone doolally. I'm looking at my screen to see what's actually going on, because I need to try and get my head around this. So the Spanish Cup quarter-final is played 2 or 3 days after the Spanish Cup 4th round. My word, do they like to pile on the misery? Okay, well, we'll see you for the Spanish Cup quarter-final then, shall we? Okay, I've given the players 3 days rest, and this Spanish Cup quarter-final game is going to be played with Capril in goal, back four of Cucurella, Garcia, Christensen and Gran. Barrios comes in today to partner Franco. The two wide players, Alvarez and Kiliksoy. Benitez comes in today. So I've managed to make a couple of changes. The problem is that I've got is I bought players to fit into a formation, a fun formation with wide midfielders, and I thought this will be fun and interesting. Yeah, Football Manager didn't like it, so we've had to go very boring 4-2-3-1, and I don't really have the players to play it. I'm in some positions I'm all right. Other players like right wing back, I only have Gran. There's nobody else can play there, so he's going to have to play. Amordion's up top. Like I say, Benitez as the playmaker. Let's see if we get into the Spanish Cup semi-final. And the draw's already been made. And we'll be playing Celta Vigo. But let's get this game out of the way first. Okay, 10 minutes on the clock. And Brian takes the corner. The ball's in the back of the net. And Vallecano go into the lead. We are quite used to this though. We didn't keep the ball away from the goalkeeper there. Obviously you can't at corners, can you really? But we are losing 1-0. But we're used to this. We've stepped it up. We're going attacking now. We should be beating Vallecano every day of the week. Nearly 20 minutes on the clock. Still not had a shot. Okay, let's step it up to very attacking then. It'd be very nice to get into the Spanish Cup semi-final. Capril comes out, safe pair of hands, catches that one. And I kind of feel like we could beat Celta Vigo as well and get through to the final. But we are losing 1-0, so it's not ideal. Barrios, back to Capril. They've got a very high press on. The way to beat this, lads, is stick a ball over the top. Look how many players that they've got. We've got two strikers there. Stick a ball over the top and let them run onto it. Is that going in as well? That's going in as well. And Capril there, frankly, he's not looking any better than Ramaj. 2-0 now. Second goalkeeping mistake. I'm lost for words. I literally don't know what to say or do. Oh well, we ain't getting through to the Spanish Cup semi-final then, are we? Once again, goalkeeping issues are plaguing me. 2-0 at half-time. It's very, very poor, that, isn't it? Alvarez once again. I just don't know what to do. Let's move Cucurella forward, and we'll bring, if he's on the bench, I can make a change there. So Amordion looking very tired up front. I mean, we could potentially move Kiliksoy up there. Have I got anybody that can play on that right hand side? Can Bergvall play there? No. I don't think I've got anybody. Vermeeren, can Vermeeren play on that right hand side? No, he can't. Barrios. I'm really struggling here with players to play in positions. I just don't have anybody to play on that side. Don't have anybody to play on that side. Okay, well, we'll put two strikers on then, and we'll play that Amordion can go as an advance forward, and Gran can do a wing back on attack, I think. Let's get him forward. He's not got the legs for it. He's very, very tired. Cross more often. Hit the centre. I mean, we ain't scoring 3 goals. That's pretty obvious, and we need 3 goals to win this game. And I'm expecting Gran, who's absolutely shattered, to get up down that left-hand side. It ain't happening, is it, really? I mean, I was going to say it's a poor display. The lads are shattered. They're absolutely shattered. They're playing out of position, and I don't even know if I can shout at them. Kilixoy does score a goal, though. You see what happens? I put him in his right position, put him at centre forward, he scores a goal. It's 2-1. Can we mount a comeback now? Quite a nice goal, this one, if I'm honest. Very good. Oh, it was Amordion, wasn't it? It was Amordion who scored that one. Yeah, sorry. Got my names mixed up there. Bogarts now throws the ball to Cucurella. This is a heroic performance, by the way. I can't be annoyed with my players. It's a heroic performance, this. They're absolutely shattered. They're playing out of position, most of them. We did get the lad from Chelsea, by the way. It's cost me 28 million, but at least I've got, you know, left and right wing backs now who are left and right wing backs. So, and they're good, experienced players. One shot. That's all we've had. Okay, we've had the ball a little bit there, but I mean that's a very poor. I know you're tired, lads, but come on, can you just please try a little bit harder? I mean, that was, you know, we won the ball back there, and that's not going to get us up the pitch, is it? It's 3-1. We may as well. Let's try. Let's not have it embarrassing. Who can we bring on? Stahl can come on in midfield. Vermeeren can come on. We'll switch those two around, actually. Who else can we change? Bergvall in for Benitez. Let's switch the strikers round. You never know, it might do something. We're getting none of the ball, are we? Come on, referee, just blow your whistle and put us out of our misery. Conceded 3 goals again. I thought we might have had a little way back in at 2-1. I thought, here we go. A little glimmer. Can we get the second goal? But no. Capriel, that was a horror show for the second goal. At his near post. You shouldn't be getting done at your near post. Absolutely awful. So here we go. So Amordion seems tired. We're replacing a striker with a centre-back. You couldn't write this. You couldn't write it. Well, it was a heroic performance from the lads, but we're going out 3-1. And 5 minutes of time added on. Then they're dragging the game out as much as they can just to rub it in. I am going to say disappointed because I can't be happy with that. Cannot be happy with that at all. Well, I have to say this Atletico Madrid save is going from bad to worse. I have no answers for it at all. When the job became available, I thought, great. I snatched it with both hands. Atletico Madrid, yes please. I know we've got Barcelona and Real Madrid to deal with, but there is a good chance. I didn't realise the financial situation in Spain was so dire, and then I didn't bargain for, I mean, even my new goalkeeper. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. I don't know. Okay, we're out of the Spanish Cup. We've still got the Europa League to play for. We are through to the last 16. Maybe we'll get some decent draws in that. The thing at the moment now is that the very important thing is we've no Europa League games to play now for a good few weeks. We're at the Spanish Cup. We should be able to get a little bit of rest into these players now. If we can do that and get us ticking over and get us, you know, bobbing along like a good one, then we might have a chance at the Europa League. But it's going to be very, very tough because the game has got something against my goalkeeper. I've never seen it before. I don't know what to do. I've been playing Football Manager a long, long time. I literally don't know what to do. Haven't got a clue. Okay, well, while I go and scratch my head and try and figure that situation out, I'll play some games off camera, and we probably will come back for the Europa League last 16 games. I've no idea who we're playing yet, but we need to get a favourable draw. We can get a favourable draw and then move on. We might have a chance. At the moment, it's not looking great, if I'm honest. I'm not a happy bunny. We'll see you next time.